Yeah, just a real simple message. We got beat by a better team. I thought they were spectacular. I've watched a lot of film on them. You know, clearly their guard play and their playmaking ability and shot making ability is pretty elite. We struggled at the beginning, kind of getting a handle on them, and then you know, they just got a little bit too big of a lead. I thought we tried to make a good push at the end of the third, and you know, but we just couldn't counter their ability to put the ball in the basket from a lot of different spots on the floor. So I give them a ton of credit. Shauna's done a great job. You know, really, really highly skilled and disciplined and good team, and they outplayed us tonight, and you know, want to say congratulations to them.
Okay, questions for the players?
For both players, just this season as a whole and this tournament run in particular, you know, how much has this meant to your all's team, and kind of what are some things you'll take from this, the last few weeks of a WBIT run?
It's a great opportunity for us to be here. It's great experience to play in March, as we've talked before. I mean, we've made it this far. We've practiced a lot to be here. It's unfortunate that we played a really good team and they outscored us today. But as I said, it's a great experience and it's a lesson for the future. We would love to get here and do better, or make it to the tournament and do way better. So it's just a lesson and gotta work for it.
Yeah, for me the same. I think that this is, of course, a great experience, great opportunity for us to improve and also to learn something new. I think that we face a lot of aggressive and also strong team. And I think that, of course, this experience make us improve and also want to do better the next time. So, yeah.
What was it about that first quarter that Illinois was really doing well that seemed to give you all some trouble just in the very first part of the game?
As we said, they're a great team. We didn't really guard them well. They outscored us in every quarter. To beat teams like this, we have to either guard them better or score more, but we can't be short on offense and also not guard them. So I think that's what got us.
Hi, Mike Merritt from Associated Press. Are these the kinds of things that will help, as the sign says behind you, elevate the women's game, these sorts of tournaments?
Yeah, obviously this tournament has helped us, especially since this is the first one. It's a great opportunity for those teams that didn't make it to the tournament to keep playing and actually get better on those how many games we've had. It's a great chance for every team to just keep playing and actually get better and obviously elevate the women's game.
What would you tell other teams the best part of this experience has been for you guys personally?
I think that the best part is, of course, like have the opportunity to face like a high level of like every team as something that, of course, make you learn something. And I think that, for example, we face three different kind of team, very different player. And so this is also an opportunity to try to figure out a new way to play. And I think that this is the best opportunity for a player because when you face different athletes, different kind of player, make you like get better and better. So, yeah.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and dismiss the players. Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Reminder, those who are watching on Zoom to please put your raise hand function if you want to get in with Coach Ethridge. Coach, a question I have. Again, we talked yesterday about the amount of time that you've been involved at the highest level of women's college basketball. And the one thing that I'm taking away is how unique it is to be able to play such great opposition in a neutral setting that feels important. And I'd just be curious to get your thoughts after being here in the first WBIT. Did this meet the expectations that you had of this?
Unfortunately, I don't know if that was neutral. I thought Illinois showed up really well. And a great environment, and better to have that than an empty arena. But clearly, it's a convenient thing for them, and I think it's going to give them a great advantage going into the finals as well. But, we had 3 home games as well, and yes, you earn them, and it so happens to be here, and I can't say enough about the entire experience, playing in this arena, in Illinois, playing just drastically different styles, which is what you do when you get into postseason. You got to be built the right way to advance, and we're just not quite built the right way to beat a team like Illinois right now, and that's a credit to them. It's why you can turn on the TV right now. I'm sure there's a game going on that you see unique skill sets and unique athletes and sizes and bodies and just the talent level that's why they're still playing right now.
Okay, we're going to go with 3 Zoom calls, and then we'll let Coach go. First is Greg Lee.
Just want to get your thoughts on the success, even the adversity that you guys overcame this year.
Yeah, I mean, I know.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I think so. Every team has to live through some injuries, but again, I think when you really get to the deeper teams, the teams that are in the top 10, the teams that are in the top 20, probably top 10 more so than anyone, they can afford a key loss and overcome it. I mean, Connecticut had to go through 2 or 3 or 4 at this point, and they're still in the tournament, and that just tells something about the talent level that they have. We're not built in the way that we can lose our best player probably and not skip a beat. It took a minute to get back in the game a little bit, and we're still and this game was an example of just not having enough shot making ability or playmaking ability on the court. I thought we got some pretty good looks, but we couldn't match that kind of scoring output, and that has somewhat to do with our adversity and not having a Charlie Sledger-Walker who can create shots for herself and others. But, I'm really proud of how our team has responded. Those 2 that were just – and really our young players, they competed really hard. We still have to get better in a lot of positions. I'm proud of the senior leadership that we've had on this team, and, we have a lot to build on, but we have a lot of room to get better.
Next question from Matthew.
Kamie, having seen Illinois up close for 40 minutes now, what makes their transitions so difficult to defend? Because I know you guys wanted to play more in the half court and slow it down a little bit and play less possessions, and they seem to dictate the entire tempo all day.
Well, I mean, they've got 3 really dynamic guards that can push, and they're really good in the open court, and it's really hard to guard them one-on-one. So we missed a lot, and they got some good run-outs, and that makes their transition game, all the more better. But I thought they broke us down even in half-court offense as well. So their bigs are good. They can get rebounds. Their bigs can stretch you out and shoot as well. So they're really their starting group is just so well built, and it's hard. You got to pick your poison. Unfortunately, we didn't want their 2 or 3 best players to beat us quite like they did tonight, but you can see it all evened out. They had an even scoring from pretty much their entire starting group.
Okay, and final question for Coach from Stefan in Lewiston.
Hey, Coach. Stefan Wiebe, Lewiston Tribune. Just asking about your players as a whole. I mean, first off, the young players like LA and AT, what growth did you see from them? And how important was doing a tournament like this where you're playing in April? And then just circling back to the veterans as well. Obviously, some of them didn't play this season or much of this season, Charlize, but those 2 and Bella, obviously, a lot of postseasons played for you in their careers.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited about the future. I think LA and she can't hardly answer some of these questions because she doesn't know too much of the history of it, and this is her only experience. But AT has, and a little bit older players, sophomores, juniors. They've been through some NCAA experiences. and now in this tournament, which was just so well run and treated us unbelievably well, made us feel like we were in a really high level tournament, and clearly we are. So this has been a wonderful experience for those guys, the players coming back, and I think it's it needs to be a great experience for our seniors. I think losing, and not playing quite as well as we wanted to play, that's probably really hard to take for the seniors because they don't get to try it again and they don't get to put that uniform on again. But I'm unbelievably proud of the senior group that had another 20-win season, and they probably walk out of our program most winning senior group. And that's something to be said in a program that's really not had a lot of success over the course of the years. What would have been, what could have been, Yo is on the bench all year and doesn't play. She was a starter for 3 years for us. Obviously, Charlize, thought we were going to be a little deeper, thought we were going to have a little bit more punch and scoring potential, and it didn't work out for us this year. And I think, again, that's why you got to take advantage of any opportunity you have when you have it, because they don't come by. They don't come by easy to us. And so we got to continue to recruit at a high level. But our senior class has been unbelievable in how they lead us and how they recruit and how they bring people in. And I think our program's in a really good spot to grow. And again, I don't think we've hit our ceiling. I think we can get a lot better.